FCDTV is on location in Baltimore for the 2016 MLS SuperDraft. Fernando, Clavijo, you've had a very busy week the last week in Florida with the Combine. Before we start talking about the draft, we're about halfway through the offseason. Things are starting to pick up as far as the draft and preseason starting soon. How would you assess the offseason so far for this team, and maybe what are you looking for the rest of the offseason so far?
First of all, great to be back with you guys. Not much of an offseason. We were pretty busy right away after the last game we played to start scouting and looking for players overseas to try to bring here, for FC Dallas. Again, I think we did a pretty good job, and hopefully in the next couple of weeks the news will come out of what we're trying to do and what we have done. But then again, we go back to Baltimore, and draft is a big part of MLS, and it's a big part of FC Dallas. And I think the coaching staff has done a very good job in putting together names and trying to come out in a really difficult position at 17 and try to come out with some quality players that they can help FC Dallas in 2016 and future. So I think we're excited, a lot of work for everybody, but that's part of what we do for a living, so I'm extremely happy.
You mentioned the SuperDraft is a big part of this club. Several key pieces this past season have come through the SuperDraft. How do you try and replicate some of that past success into this season?
I call it luck. I was talking to some of the players today. When I was in New England, I got Steve Roston, Taylor Twellman, Shelby Joseph, quality individuals that have a long career in MLS. I think that it goes to knowledge, it goes to luck, it goes to preparation. We have an incredible coaching staff right now that they have done a very meticulous assessment of players. So I think we are prepared. We also, at the same time, we're realistic. We are at 17. Most of the players that everybody's talking about most likely will be gone. A lot of people don't make mistakes like they used to be in the past, and they really never recognize the talent until you see it on the field. So, but I think we're okay. We are in a place that we can draft for what we need, not necessarily for the best in the draft. I think we are in a position that we'll be able to sign good players coming out from our academy. And so we can identify positions of need that maybe we don't have in academy right now. Throughout the draft, we can do better. So we are prepared. We're prepared to switch from one to the other, to trade up if we needed to. But we prepare for the draft.
You mentioned it a little bit. I have to ask, you've had some success in the past moving around with draft picks, namely with Tesho's draft 2 years ago, moving down and then moving back up. Is it a little tougher maybe this year with the talent crop? How do you see maybe some of the trades working out on Thursday?
I think that you have the 5 to 10 teams that are pretty set. I think that you're not going to see, in my personal opinion, a lot of movement, because a lot of teams are tied up with salary cap issues. So I don't think you're going to see a lot of trades, a lot of things. Hopefully we can move around and try to see what we can get. But the talent, it wasn't bad. It was good. And the only thing we need to do is to be able to identify the play that we're looking for, trade up if we needed to, and make sure that we don't make mistakes. I know it's difficult, but I think our roster, our FC Dallas roster right now is pretty good, and it's going to get better.
As you look towards the next couple of months, preseason starts here in about a week and a half with players reporting. The team's going to Colombia, to Mexico for some time during the preseason. How important are those trips for building team chemistry and also getting the players away where they have nothing to focus on except for soccer?
I think it's very important. I think that Oscar, we're going to have a good group of players coming back. But I think we have 5 to 6 players of that they will make the difference in 2016, that will help us, chemistry, they help us bond together. The quality of the games, hopefully we can find out there too. So it's going to be key. It's going to be key like every year. A little bit different. We went to Abu Dhabi in the past, we went to Mexico, we went to Florida. Now we're going to Colombia. you know for a fact you're going to get a quality games right away from there. So we have to make sure that everything else fall into part.
As you look towards the next few weeks, there's about 8 weeks until March 6th, the very first game of 2016. What is left for you to do to finish shaping this roster, and what are you looking to accomplish on your end of building this team over the next few weeks?
I think the most difficult part is paperwork. That is something that pretty much is a little bit out of our hands. But we are working with the league, we are working with Luis Musi to try to implement everything what we need to make sure that the preseason comes and everybody's ready. Physical entering is going to be quick. And at the same time, we should make sure that everybody's healthy. We didn't have three months off like usually we used to have. It's pretty quick. The turnaround is pretty quick, and I know the players are anxious to get back and to try to take that feeling that we have at the last game of the season against Portland, that they kick us out pretty much of the opportunities to win a title. So we're ready to get back to work.
Well, Fernando, thank you for your time. Best of luck on Thursday. It's going to be a very busy day, and hopefully you can get a little bit of rest maybe after the draft.
After the draft, for sure. No before. Thank you, guys.
For Fernando Clavijo, I'm Carter Baum. Be sure to tune in to the SuperDraft Thursday at noon Central Time on FCDallas.com.